What's happened? They're taking Charlie's mom to the hospital. And they're still looking for Kevin. Who is he? Hey, everybody, come on in the room, child. Come on in the room. We on the laptop, baby. Well, we've been on the laptop, but you know what I mean. We're even more so on the laptop, baby. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let's break it down, y'all. Let me hold up. Come on in the room. Hey, Michelle's daughter. How you doing, my baby? Hey, Lily. Hey, everybody. Come on in the room, child. Come on in the room. Oh. Come on in the room. Come on in the room, everybody. Happy Easter. Come on in the room, child. It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on in the city, honey. It's a lot going on. Hold on. It's a lot going on. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me, honeys. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Yes, honey. Press 1 if you can hear me, honey. Okay, so can y'all hear me? Oh, good. Y'all were hearing me. Okay, good. Hey, Uncle Tim, how you doing, babes? Hey, Crystal F. Hey, Carrie. Hey, everybody. Christopher W. Laurie, Mimi, Lynn, B. Angie B. Welcome, everybody. Come on in the room, honeys. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let's see here. Crystal F. Hey, baby. How you doing, boo? Aries 317. Hey, boo. Miss Pretty Wings, hey boo. Win, welcome to the channel, Win. Chocolate Cocoa, hey my baby. Esri, 100 LSA Boss. W Jackson, hey boo. Esri, who else? Lily, hey Lily, how you doing, baby? Michelle's daughter. Ooh, come on in, child. Bree Crutch, hey my baby. Michelle's daughter. Fifi, my baby. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room. Child, let me tell y'all. So as I was wondering over, y'all know I've been following Larry Reid and Tasha K and this whole thing. Well, there's a whole debacle, okay? There's a whole debacle that has taken place. And the debacle is this. The whole thing is that, okay, remember when Tasha K said that she was gonna get somebody flued out? She was gonna she was going to get Wiley flued out after the court. Well, here we are. It's after the court case, right? Has Wiley been flued out? No. That's my thing. Wiley hasn't said nothing about it. Y'all know I love me some Wiley. He ain't said nothing about it, but Wiley has not been flued out yet. And I noticed it. And I'm like, why has Wiley not been flued out? We, the people, need to know. So all of a sudden, this thing comes out and with a text message that was not supposed to be leaked. Now, all of a sudden, this text message is leaked. And I'm like, who leaked this text message? Okay. Now, I'm not the only one that's like, who leaked this text message? Everybody else was wondering who leaked it as well. Larry Reid went on Conscious. Shout out to Conscious TV. Larry Reid went on to Conscious's Live, and Larry was explaining that he was going to, that Armand had sent him a text message or email, whatever. And it was stated, it had something on there, and it was affiliated with Jason Lee. Okay. Now that's what he had sent to Larry Reid. Now Larry Reid said he was going to use that kind of like as a teaching opportunity. Okay. So Larry Reid was like, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward this to Tasha. He said, do you mind if I forward this to Tasha? He said, no, I don't mind. And Larry Reid is going to explain this to you in the clip that I have. Okay. So then he goes, okay. He goes, okay, so and so what he did was I guess he cut it up, chopped it up, however he wanted to chop it up into what he was going to send Tasha. So what he did was he sent it back to Armand, right? He sent it back to Armand, okay? And then he also sent it to Tasha. He also sent it to Tasha, okay? Now, all of a sudden, Larry Reid said, now this is like months and months later, but Larry Reid said, he said he was on the phone with Armand or whatever, and he was talking to Armand, and then I guess he answered the phone or whatever, and it was Tasha. And Tasha was like that she already had well, not her, I'm sorry, forget that part, but anyways, so he was like, I'm trying to get it because it's kind of confusing. So anyways, he was on the phone with Armand. He told Armand what he was going to do. Armand said okay, whatever. So he sent it to Tasha. Tasha in turn leaked the email. Okay, now Tasha will not say if she sent the email directly to Wiley, or my guess is maybe Chelsea. Maybe Chelsea sent it over. I'm like, oh my goodness. This assistant is going to be her downfall. This assistant is always in some mess. Does Chelsea have to be in every damn thing, y'all? I don't understand. Why is Chelsea in everything? Now, I think she uses her as like the bait for everything. I really think that she uses her a lot. Hey, Kat. I really think so, Mandisa. And I'm just, hey, Keisha. And I'm just like, why is this Chelsea always in some mess dealing with Tasha K? So Wiley is over there spilling tea, right? So Wiley shows everybody, oh, look, Armand, it was dealing with Armand, and Armand, here's the email, and blah, 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 and Larry Reid, why would Larry Reid do that? Larry Reid is so messy, and blah, 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 blah. I was listening to Wiley talk about how Larry Reid was so messy, because why would Larry Reid be sending the text in the beginning? But Larry Reid didn't do nothing wrong. Larry Reid, baby, he had already told, got the okay from Storm. Okay, he had already got the okay. Hey, Paulette, my baby. Thank you, Michelle. I sound great. Thank you. Shout out to Miss Mona for getting me my laptop, baby. Claudiva, don't drag me, baby. Don't get mad, okay? So I'm just like, what is really happening? And so I'm just in shock, y'all. So now we have an issue where Larry Reid is really shocked, because he didn't think that Wiley would kind of like portray him in that image, because it's kind of like twisting his image, he was saying. Okay. Now later on tonight, I'm interested because Wiley said he's actually going to talk with Larry Reid, because Larry Reid was saying he would like to have a conversation with Wiley, but he didn't know if he could trust Wiley after that. It was kind of like he felt Wiley was pulling a junkie stunt. I'm like, Wiley? Now, everybody keeps telling Wiley to watch out for Tasha K. She's going to burn him. She's going to burn him. Y'all know how people hate to hear that. But I've been saying it for the longest. She takes him as a scapegoat, and it's not cool. Now, Larry Reid was saying things like, Wiley, you don't want to burn your bridges because you don't know Wiley. We was even talking about fixing your eye. It only takes about $7,000 to fix your eye. And I'm like, I guess it's selfish of me, but I think Wiley's eye is cute. I don't think Wiley would even go for no surgery to fix his eye. Do y'all think so? Hey, Miss Rhonda. Hey, Missy. Hey, Vibrant. I just don't think Wiley is interested in that. But that's what he was saying. He was saying that your blessings come through people. That's what Larry Reid was saying. And that you never know. In other words, he was just paraphrasing. In other words, you don't know where your blessing is coming from. So your blessings do come through people, he was saying. So that's what, his blessings can come through. And when you want to mess up, you're messing up your blessings and blocking your blessings, conscious cosign to that you don't, then you miss out because you blocked your blessings. But that's just what they were saying. So I was like, ooh, child. So then Wiley went live in the middle of the night. And I caught a little clip of that before he deleted it, because Wiley was saying he don't fully trust Tasha K. And I don't blame you, Wiley. I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that one. You should have left that one up. I don't blame you. I wouldn't fully trust either. Okay? I'm just saying. So let me go ahead and play a couple of clips for y'all. And then we're going to discuss what is going on with Tasha K, Larry Reid, and him. Now, my thought is this. Tasha K I want to put this in your mind. Tasha K may have been, okay, because what it was said was that Tasha K had promised Armand Wiggins that they were going to, okay, this is what Larry set up. He was going to fly them all out. They was going to get flued out after the court date. They was all going to meet up and have kumbaya. Now, remember, she also promised Wiley. So I guess all of them was going to meet up. She was going to fly Wiley out. She was going to fly Armand out. Larry was going to be there, of course, because that's where he's at in Atlanta. Larry said they was all going to stay at his house. So what changed? Was it all talk pre-trial? Was Tasha probably thinking in advance to further her career? If she comes out bad, she needs to have something else back. I mean, not bad, but if she was made and to be seen in a bad light, that she would still have this whole trip plan to come back from it and recoup monies for it, because it would have been popping, because all the major stars of YouTube would have been there. Is that what she did that for? Or she could have been using it as a peace treaty, to make a peace treaty with Armand Wiggins, just for the sake of the Wiley show, because she knew that him and Wiley, that if she dumped him or whatever, she dumped Wiley was going to go back to Armand. She could have been dangling Wiley on the string. I don't trust her. Or what could have happened is, this is another thing, is that she was chummying up to Armand because she knew Armand was going to be on that ass, and all other smaller bloggers was going to be on her ass for the trial. So she was running around here making friendly with the B sector, because she knew we was going to be covering that trial. And she wanted to make sure that we seen that she had the majority of our favor here in the B sector. It's something for you to think about. Thank you, Toya. It's something for you to think about. Hey, Jean Gray. I'm just like, but we're going to listen to these recordings. Now, I have recorded this on my phone. So the play that I'm going to be playing is from my phone. The audio is not from the computer, from these clips that I have, because I got to figure out how to do all that. But let me play these little clips for you. The first clip that I'm going to play is, the first one that I'm going to play for you is of Armand Wiggins. I'm not Armand Wiggins, is of Larry Reid speaking first. And then the second one I'm going to play for you is of is Armand speaking. And then the third little clip I'm going to play is of Wiley. And this is all used as fair use. It is used for commentating, reacting, contradictions, and comparison. And it is protected by fair use. So let's listen to the one from Conscious TV's channel. This is the one from Conscious TV's channel with Larry Reid. I just kind of compounded it together. So listen up really good, y'all. There's some important factors that y'all need to catch in what he's saying, okay? Okay.
They are two talents. So what I didn't purposely do this, but it just sort of happened. I had my own relationship with Armand. I had my own relationship with Tasha. And so the drama pops off, on your platform over Christmas. So I'm in the chat. That's what, people don't know, but me and you connected because I saw a video, and it was the video you talking about spirituality, which is not your highest viewed video. That's how we connected. So when it comes to how we work and where we work from, that's where we work from, is to bring healing. I mean, it can be ugly sometimes. Exposure and reading and cussing somebody out may need to happen first. Just naturally, Tasha can call. I was in chat, and she talking, and I'm on the phone with her. I'm on call. So I think, I don't know how I navigated all that, but this is what ended up happening. Now, Armand told detail just a few minutes ago of what happened, but all of that was supposed to never see the light of day.
Why do you think that nobody can keep their word, Pastor? Everybody's so bad at keeping their word. Like,
that's the only.
They say they're not gonna drag each other. They drag each other. They say they're not gonna say nothing. They say something. Nobody can sit on their hands anymore.
I'm not gonna say nobody because I keep my word and you do. So
I just got you play it. I set that up, but you say
I'm wait up. But I don't know. I remember, and then they said, I didn't see this, that Tasha dragged Storm on the app. Tasha said that she wasn't gonna do it, but she did it. and that was a conversation that we had that I said, please don't. And this was at the very top of everything. And I said, just don't. And they said, she said, okay, you tell me I want, because that's normally how Tasha deals with me. She seems as though she'll put me in a place of, I'm going to listen to what you say. I'm going to trust what you say. So I didn't expect it to happen. So just to hear that was unfortunate. But it's, this is what happened. So
Christmas weekend.
Right. I'm not going to repeat what Armand said because it was always supposed to be secret. But he told me y'all can go to his channel and watch it at the end. But what was supposed to happen, they were beginning to have conversations through me, and they wanted me. I'm saying they, but it could have been just Tasha. But I know Armand trusted me as well. And they wanted me to be like the middleman. So I was sitting there on the phone back and forth, them hearing each other, and I would say, okay, did you hear what he said? And then she would say what he said. I said, no, but he said that. And then Tasha would say something, Armand would hear something different. And I was being a middleman, free of charge. Anybody know me? I'm $5,000 an hour. But I just done it.
Let him a mentee.
$5,000 an hour?
And so I listened and went back and forth. And that was after talking to them individually, separately. And they came to Tasha had a conversation with her, and Armand went through all of that. So that was supposed to take place. That was supposed to happen. Everything was fine. But this was hard work because their back and forth predates me. What I was trying to do, and this is, I'm just going to say this like this because I sort of have to because everybody's talking. I wanted Armand to see Tasha in a different light. Because everything that everybody ever said about Tasha, I just have not had that experience over the years that I've known her.
And can we just be fair, to have them both see each other in a different light? Because Armand's name is shrouded in just as much controversy. That's not the case. So it was an opportunity to really reform both their perceptions of each other.
Yeah, but in our conversation, it was more so getting Armand to see Tasha differently. And also, I was trying to get Tasha to see how she injured Armand without her knowing that she did. And so that was where I was working from. I don't know what everybody else's perspective. We haven't even really discussed what your perspective is. So I don't really know how everybody, and maybe it's stuff I don't know, but that was what I was doing. I would stop the conversation like, Tasha, with what you don't understand. This was even as it relates to Wiley, which I've never been able to get on the phone and talk with Wiley except for just through IG. But I was sort of taking the same approach with Tasha as it relates to all of what I would call them down where I said, these are your spiritual children. That's what I was saying to her privately. And I said, you have to act like the spiritual mom. I said, but you're too abrasive. And so I would tell her that. And so, and I could talk straight to her like that because she I love her. And so, anyway, that was that. So everything was good. They hadn't been, really talking about each other from what I understand. I didn't hear nothing about it. So when I was talking to Armand and he was sharing some things with me that he was dealing with in LA, and one of the things that he shared with me, I'm pretty sure everybody, where Wiley, Jesus, that conversation was long. And there was a part of it that I wanted to share with Tasha K. So I asked Armand, I said, this is what I want to say to Tasha. And he was like, okay, that's fine. And so I screenshotted it. I sent it to Armand so he know what I said to Tasha. And then Tasha got the text. So while I'm on the phone with Armand, Tasha calls me because in response to the text, she said, well, she already knew. So I'm like, well, how do you know? How did you know that when this is not even, something that everybody knew? And so she called me on it. Her assistant jumped on the phone as well, trying to tell me. They weren't open to, they took the conversation a different way. What I was saying, this is why this is how I got Armand to agree with me to tell Tasha what I told her. Because I said, me and Tasha had a conversation several times about how talented you are and how we both had never watched Hollywood Unlocked. And that is no shade at all to Hollywood Unlocked. I said, but I did when you was up there. I said, you're really, really, really good. And Tasha believes that Armand is terribly talented. So this is what I was telling her. And she even said that to him with me on the phone. So I said, I think I want to share this with her just so she know that what she said, sort of looked like this is what is happening between y'all. And at that time, I know Armand said tonight that him and Jason Lee, Hollywood Unlocked, that they're okay. Good. But when I talked to him, he didn't know what was going on because of how he was being handled. So that is what I shared with Tasha. Armand knew I was going to share it. He knew every word. Only thing I've said to Tasha about is that text. And when I told Tasha, now I can't remember when I told Tasha, I can't remember if I told her not, don't tell anybody. That's sure what I can't remember. But it was understood that this was something that Armand was just telling me. And he said that I can share this with you.
She don't care.
So it was understood at least. And I may have said, don't mention it to anybody. Mm-hmm. So then a couple of hours passed by. Armand hit me up and said, "You would not believe that text message has been read on the Wiley show." I said, "What?" I ain't believe it. So, I mean, it could have been so many things me and Tasha had shared back and forward behind the scenes on huge stories. And never has she ever, I never heard what I said to her somewhere else, and I've never heard her, I know she know that what she told me, I'm saying to nobody else. So, I really couldn't believe it. So, I hit Tasha immediately, and I said, "Tasha, did you show this text message to Wiley?" And so she called me immediately. She was very apologetic. The only reason why I didn't, like drag them, fuss and all of that. Number one, I know her family, I know her husband. And from what I've experienced with her, this, and then the way she was apologizing, she was so apologetic. I mean, just kept on.
I'm sure she did.
I'm not going to hold it in my heart. I said, okay. She said, what she said to me was that she shares with Wiley. And he effed up to what she said. She said, because he wasn't supposed to read that publicly. And she said, it's all on. She said, he wasn't supposed to do that. But then she came back and she was like, but I'm sorry. But he effed up. He wants to do that. You see her messages from that chat that I just posted on the screen? Say it again? I said, are you able to see the message she wrote in his chat that I have on the screen? Look. Larry told me being a good Samaritan. He wants to see me in a good space. I sent Wiley the text saying he was right about Jason and A. Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay.
Also,
so Tasha K, hold on. So Tasha K is in the chat, okay? And she's saying she was in Wiley's chat, and Conscious TV had the clip, and in the clip in Wiley's chat, he screenshot that she said that she sent it to Wiley. She sent the text to Wiley because she wanted to let him know how Jason Lee was. I'm like, what? Messy, baby. Messy.
I want you to read this one before you continue as well.
And she's in Conscious chat now. As we were in there. She was in there.
Okay, no, that's not the one.
Hey, Queen.
Hold on. Okay, here it is. Want to read? Well, you want me to read it to you? Hey, y'all, I'm out. Larry is innocent. It was all me. I sent Wiley those messages. Larry had no idea. He's a great dude. It was all my fault.
Oh, who said it? Tasha?
Yeah. Because everybody in that chat began to judge you in lieu of the negative publicity you was already getting on that platform with the Carry On situation. And so this made folk double down and look at you as being messy because people couldn't understand your intent for sharing.
Well, people, the way the world's set up, you just don't really trust a whole lot of niggas. And people are as they are, but they don't know me. And anybody that you would question that known me any length of time, especially people who know me long 20 plus years, like everybody around me. I mean, how many people you know that has like a group of 14 households where these people have known that a particular person and connected to them for 20, 30 years, to where I've seen the raising of their children, married them, the first bank account, first house, first car. See, most people don't have no world of reference for that because people are really sick out here in these streets. Well, Larry, let me introduce myself. My name is Larry Reid, and I am exceptional. and anybody that meet me know that. I keep my word. I do what is proper and what is right. I'm fair. And that is the reason why Tasha K reached out to me, Armand reached out to me. Wiley has reached out to me through IG, but I don't know him that well. And our relationship, me and you, Conscious, and everybody else should have the same. And Mr. Jordan, George, Bloomberg, Devon, Franklin, Megan, them situations, y'all don't even know the people that you watch on your TV who come to me for counseling. Mm-hmm. So I get it. I don't know about the
some people I do witchcraft for.
Yeah, so now people don't know that. They see my show, me at the food cutting up. That's my show. But the way I live my life, man, I treat people right and do what's right. I got 2 good parents. So yeah, I mean I just wanted to put that out there like that. I hope that I hate that Tasha shared the text, she explained it in the chat, but it was sort of like set them back. Because now Armand is like, I told you how she is. She did it on purpose. She didn't there was no accident. She said that on purpose because it has something to do with me. She just one day she knew Wiley wouldn't go live and say that, so that's me things. And I can't say that wrong. I mean, I'm chill on it. I'm not the middleman for that no more. And he shared some private that we weren't supposed to tell nobody. But I won't be that middleman. I love Tasha and our relationship like we always have. I love Armand, but I ain't trying to make no these deals.
Are you and Tasha's a relationship altered in any way?
No, man. I mean, I love her. If I love you, I love you. It's just it. I mean, that's just it.
But the reason also for the transfer was because it was a training exercise. It was a trust building training exercise, something that happens when you're in the business of repairing relationships and you believe the people involved are interested in actually recovering what could be left of their relationship. So you can't rebuild trust unless you actually provide opportunity for folks to be trusted. So Tasha dropped the ball in that case, which is why you're saying it set the whole situation back, because it was an opportunity for her to hold her word and for her to once again support you in helping Armand to soothe some of his experience of Tasha. And so then when that got presented online, and then the person who presented those text messages did it without that context and left all of that context out of it, and it just looked like
context. I don't think they left the context out,
but they didn't know. They probably didn't care. I mean, hold on.
Are you talking about Armand or Wiley?
No, I'm talking about Wiley.
Okay, I'm talking about Wiley. Okay.
Child Wiley was worried about his coin.
He just read the text without it, just as is. So it was out all of the background information. It was out all of the context.
Yeah, but see, I didn't see that, so I can't really make a judgment. But from what I was told, and it cannot be true, that it wasn't just a reading the text. He even framed it like Larry has been missing.
Okay, right. So then it was an intentional framing.
Yeah. So that which I don't, something I don't understand is when, because I thought Wiley, we were cool, but I don't know why would he even do that. He could have just inboxed me like regular and said, "Okay, what this is about."
You know why any YouTuber doesn't communicate the way they should with another content creator? It's because some of them know that the narrative is more interesting than the truth is.
For clicking the view. Yeah, that's crazy.
And that is what I was upset about as well, is I felt like it's one thing for content creators who don't have access to you to just let their imagination run wild and for them to make assumptions and for them to go over the hill and to go over the rainbow. But if you have access to the person who's in question, why not access them first and make sure that when you go to use your platform to speak about whatever, that it can be correct and it can be without injuring the very person who on one hand you claim that you support and you respect.
And see, that makes me think, that there's a character issue, which is okay. I can work with that. If you acknowledge it and we say, okay, this is my problem I have right here. But to me, that makes it like, okay, so why don't you operate, a little bit more professional or just a little bit more proper? If you want to find out something and the person, hit them up. I always respond to him on IG. So I don't understand that. But let me share this. Armand didn't share this, but this shows his character. And this is the reason why I'm sort of like, I really wanted them to deal, because I've seen so many good things about both of them. Now, the Carry On thing, when he covered the Carry On thing, he said in his coverage, he said that he was hit at me because we're supposed to be cool. Why would Larry Reid repeat a rumor about the car after he gave a commentary about him being wrongfully arrested and all of that? And he said on his platform, but before he ran it, he called me to tell me that's what he said. So our relationship has been nothing but good. I've only seen Armand being a stand-up person with character. I haven't seen him operate another way. Same way, like I said about Tasha, this was the first thing Tasha ever done. Like, but she apologized. So I ain't going to hold it over here. And it was Wiley that done what he done. If he never shared it publicly, we still would. That would have never been.
Well, I also want to be clear. Just to be completely fair, I don't want to solely blame Wiley, because at the end of the day, it was Tasha's loyalty to you. So ultimately, she bears more of the responsibility.
True.
Wiley just capitalized off of Tasha not maintaining her word. He just capitalized off of the moment. It was an open opportunity for content about somebody who we all know he wasn't going to sit quiet about if that information got into his hands. It was like feeding a cow grass.
But I get that, and you're right. But at the same time, I can't.
And it's no shade to Tasha, but I just want to be clear, because this is.
It was like feeding a cow grass. It was like feeding Diamond Dory horse hay. It was like cleaning Diamond Dory's huffs, for example. Continue on.
This is like the domino effect of when you don't keep your word.
Yeah,
I love Wiley too.
You're right about that. But he could have called. He could have called me for the Carry On thing. Well, see, maybe it's a lesson for him to upgrade how he moves, because just like he could have called me for the Carry On thing, he should have called Tasha before he went live and said, "Can I share this?" See, there's a whole problem there.
He knew what Tasha.
I assume it's supposed to be a given. Like, there are certain things I don't have to even tell other content creators, like, who share certain. Like, they don't have to tell me that. I gotta keep it to myself. It's just a given that obviously, clear, like it's a given that it's not going to see the light of day. So I also don't understand the point of having to issue out a disclaimer all the time over people who's supposed to be well acquainted at this point.
Like, I often do that a lot. I even do that with you. You know, I'm like, I'm telling everybody, like, who am I gonna tell you just to disclaimer?
But you also know that you don't have to say that, because I don't even. And you know that I would double back and be and assure that I can say this or that. I'll say, hey, you know, can I A, B, C, D, F, and G? I'll add the extra insurance on it, because I like to be extra clear.
But you know, that made me think. You know, I probably, because I do it by habit so much, I probably did tell Tasha not to tell nobody. I'm like, well, shit, I already repaired for it, and you know.
I think it was common sense that obviously Tasha don't send this message to the person who you know is one of Armand's arch nemesis and love to take every opportunity to drag Armand. I mean, that was clearly a given. Like Tasha, like, this claim on it. It's like, wasn't it obvious? That
this was supposed to go. This was supposed to go another way, country. It was when I told Armand, he was like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, she said your talent, da da da. This was gonna be a problem." I said, "Yeah," and I said the same thing, da da da. I said, "So I'm gonna send this to her." Of course, he gave me we had a longer conversation. He said, "Well, now this you can share that with her, but don't share all of this." And so he shared some other stuff. And so, but I sent the text to her, sent it to him of the text screenshot, so he knew what I said. And I said this to Armand. I said, "The reason why I'm sending a text so you know exactly what I said, because I know you do not trust Tasha hearing something from me and repeating exactly what I said." I said, so this way, you know what I said and what I said to her. So if she does say something like you always believe she do, you would know what I said. That was our conversation. And so how I was expecting that to go, which just didn't happen. You know, it was like, wow, you know, so Tasha really believes in who I am, and she really called this from the top concerning me and Jason. You know, and this is another step towards, because we were all supposed to be getting together. Now, you guys know I might well say it. We were all supposed to be getting together. They were coming together at my home to have a face-to-face. So that was how all of that was going. So that gives, I guess that does give, I'm glad I said it, gives more perspective to how things were going on.
Okay. So they were supposed to all be coming together. That was the last of it, y'all. That little clip. That was the meat of everything, okay? Now, they were supposed to all be getting together, whatever. Now, so it didn't happen because, one, Armand Wiggins was not feeling Tasha K. He was like, why do I want to get with Tasha? He was like, I'm still going to report on that. You know, he was like, I'm still going to report on that trial, because he was already thinking she was with an angle. You know, she had something. She was trying to bait him in to get him on her side or whatever. And I don't blame him, because out of the blue, they had been fighting for how long? And then out of the blue, it's like she wanted to come up and befriend him or whatever. I'm like, come on. But she threw Wiley the bone. We know how it is. I'm not going to say Wiley that she's taken. I love me some Wiley. I like Armand. I love Conscious. And I like Larry Reid. Okay. So I like all parties involved. And I do like Jason Lee. But contrary to most people's belief, I do like him. It is what it is. Now, Wiley or Armand, actually Armand was on there, and Armand had some things to say. Let me put this up here. Hold on. See if I can download it or upload this clip that I have here so I can show y'all. He was on there, and he was kind of bringing up a point. And Armand was very interesting in the point that he brought up, because I was like, oh, really? You know, when you think about stuff and you put things in perspective, it's like, you know, you start to realize like what's really happening. Hold on. And let me put these downloads up here. And you know what? I bet you I don't even have it downloaded on this computer, is what I'm thinking. I don't think I do. But that's okay. I'll just play it. I want y'all to see Armand's reaction, because it was so funny, child. Armand was like, he was like really going at it. He was like, no, this is what I meant. And he was like, really, I meant this and this and this. He was going in, because he's not playing. He's like, you know, he doesn't like of course, nobody likes to be played. So he feels like Tasha was trying to double side him, you know, sideswipe him in some type of way. And I don't blame him, because you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful what they do to you. So anyway, so let's listen to what Armand Wiggins is saying. Here's a little clip of what he's saying regarding the whole situation and how he sees it. Now, I know that Wiley was on there saying that it was all L.A. Reid's fault because L.A. Reid was like, he was like, the one, I guess, that started the text messages going to and fro. But what he doesn't know is that Larry was trying to play peacemaker back then. Remember, he was trying to make sure that Armand and her were getting along for whatever reason, because I guess Tasha had wanted to be on common ground with Armand and all work together and kumbaya, have a kumbaya moment or whatever. Hey, souls, how you doing, baby? And so that's what had happened. Now, then a lot of people are blaming, Larry Reid is blaming Wiley because Wiley was the first one that brought it to the public. Though Tasha K kept it in the background, she was a catalyst that started everything, in my opinion. But Larry forgave her because she said she was sorry and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. But, it is what it is. But let's listen to what what Armand has to say about it.
We're going to keep making these hoes sick. Success makes them sick. I know she's sick because even when I got my veneers, she went and got veneers. And everybody was like, oh, she copied her mom, even though we both probably had an appointment at the same time. But girl, I'm on it. I get it. And I don't need you. You got veneers. I got veneers. You want yeah, but we're not synonymous because I don't have $4 million I owe. You feel me? My qualities, we good over here. Baby, you can't take me, baby. I'm that nigga, baby. And I don't care what platform you go to, who you have tried to antagonize me, they're not on my level. And you know this.
You're not on
and
my level.
Since we being messy, now we're going to go there because everybody was being a little bit messy that day with the Jason Lee. But since we're being messy, what y'all need to know is Tasha K in December called me, had Larry Reid call me on a 3-way call. Tasha K offered to fly me out to her house. Tasha K told me, you remind me of me. You're talented. I don't have a problem with you. And I told her, Tasha K, I don't hate you. She even apologized to me. I don't know if I apologized to her. She was talking about Jason Lee, and I said, girl, I'm not going to sit here and talk crap about Jason Lee. She was telling me, oh, you don't need Jason Lee. Jason Lee's using you. You're so much more talented. That's why he won't let you talk to the celebrities. She was trying to get me to battle with Jason Lee. I told her, Tasha K, I'm not stupid about anything, bitch. I know how to move. I know what I'm doing. I know, like, girls, you don't have to try to coach me on anything. You don't like Jason Lee. I'm not getting in between that. She offered me at the end of January. She said she's got the court case happening. She would fly. She said her husband doesn't know because he don't like me, but she wanted me to meet up with her with Larry Reid.
Ciao.
And have a conversation. She said, you're into energy. You have good energy. I just want you to meet me. You want to meet. You're a fan too. You want to meet me, baby. But I would never let you touch me. I would never let you get my energy. You know what I told her? Let me think about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I really want to fly out there to meet Tasha K. And I also told her, I said, I'm still dragging you for this loss. You're not going to quiet me down. Yeah, she wanted to fly me out. Then she wanted me to come to the studio. We was going to have a conversation. You think I'm stupid? You think me and you, that's going to blow your app, but me and you sitting on the app and me and you having a conversation. Don't you got mentees that you should be having on your app? Why are you ready to fly me out? Play with me and think I'm lying. Ask Larry Reid. Larry Reid seemed to be the middleman for all the tea, right? He was there. She wanted to fly me out to her house and meet with Larry Reid to meet me. And I told her, I got to think about it, and it was actually a no. Because I don't want to meet Tasha K, and I don't want to be your friend. Now, why she didn't go spill that? Why she didn't go have people put that out?
Bloop.
Why she didn't go do that? Now, I gotta go. And no, her team didn't know about this phone call. Since we being messy.
Bloop.
In all actuality, I was looking out for some of the people around her because I said, well, there's other people that want to meet you. Like, I don't want people thinking I already know how to handle them. That's what she said. That's exactly what she said. Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll sprinkle a little bit over here to them. They'll be good. But yeah, now I gotta go. I love y'all.
Hey, Kimmy. Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Tasha K had all of the motive. She had everything to gain by inviting him to her home at that time. If she had to go up against Jason Lee, which she was going to potentially try to do, she wanted to make sure she had Armand on board. But see, Armand is not stupid, because she may have played with him one time, but he knows that she would never let him live this down. She would always say she made him. And that's no doubt. She would never, they could never work together. They can't even, they're just like oil and water. It's like oil and water. They could never be how she was trying to portray them to be, because really they don't like each other. He just don't like her as a person. Both of them, they are all, you know how they're in their own personalities, and they're both just headstrong, and they will always clash, period. And so I think that they knew that. No, Wiley is not as Wiley can play like he don't know, and he's doing the blame game by blaming Larry Reid. But Wiley, you know, Wiley, that Tasha, she played you, and I don't know how much Tasha played him, because he's probably on to Tasha throwing him bones and for him to put it out there. But you know, Wiley's gonna go with his commentary, and you can't blame him for that. That's on him. Wiley's gonna take that commentary, he's gonna take it, and he gonna run with it. He gonna post it. That's what he do. Tasha knows that. Tasha knew that. That's why she threw him that bone. That's why it ain't like, oh, well, Tasha K didn't know. She's like, I'm so sorry. It wasn't supposed to get out. No, Tasha, you knew it wasn't supposed to get out. You knew if it got out to Wiley, it was going to get to the public. You knew it. Because you know how they say everybody in, like, not that we're famous, but all these famous celebrities or whatever, they all have like somebody that's underneath them that can go to the blogs. If they need something to get out that they can't put out, they will give it to that under person, the person under them, to go ahead and promote whatever agenda they want to promote. Hey, Harper Sean. Hey, Souls. Hey, Queen. Armand had been getting invited. Yes, Armand was getting invited to Hollywood parties, and events ever since he blew up. Him and Jason Lee are at the same events. Exactly. So why not work together? But she wanted to ruin it, because she was like, Tasha was like, oh, you're so much better than Jason Lee. I can't believe you. You know, I can't believe Jason Lee. And she was putting all this in his ear. Why was she all of a sudden concerned about him working with Jason Lee? Just because she don't like Jason Lee. See what I'm saying? But he didn't fall for it. He said, no, ma'am, I'm not going. I'm not. So Wiley was on last night. And I saw Wiley on, and I said, oh, is that the Wiley show? I was listening. I said, Wiley? So Wiley had a little bit to say. It wasn't a whole lot, but he had a little bit to say. And I'm like, ooh, child. So let's listen. Hold on. This is all covered by fair use. Hold on, y'all.
What went on with Tasha K and Storm? I'm like, I'm definitely saving up so when I move to Atlanta, so I don't have to ask a Negro for nothing. Okay? I'll make that perfectly clear. So when I touch down in Atlanta, I ain't got to ask somebody for nothing. You said, why do you think Tasha and Storm relationship can be saved, or is it too late? I think it can be saved, because they didn't go too far. It could be saved. But I do believe on both parties, an apology going to have to be made. But can it be saved? Yes. Yes, Donna. Okay. We'll tell Atlanta, you're going to put that room out on me that. Why didn't have nothing? No, it's coming back from that. You know, apology can be made. I mean, when you're venting and you're letting somebody, apology can be made for that. It can. But all right, y'all, this medicine is kicking in. I usually try to talk to y'all about this medicine is kicking in. My doctor wanted me to start taking my psych meds. They want me to keep taking my psych meds, because if I don't keep taking them, it'd be a whole mess.
Yes, Wiley, please keep taking your psych meds. You have to keep taking them. What does he mean his doctor wants him to start taking the psych meds? You got to continue taking them. Yes, you have to. Now, the thing, okay, so that was a short little clip that I played. The thing is this. Did you hear when Wiley said, let me play it again. Wiley said, the short little clip, he said, they ain't going to be saying to me that I came out here and didn't have no money. So, first of all, I thought she offered to fly to get Wiley flued out because she wanted to mentor Wiley. She was going to move him down there. Ain't that what Tasha K said? Ain't that what he said? She said, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Let me play this part again. This is one of the parts.
Yes. Yes, Donna. Okay. We'll tell her, you gonna put that room out on me, that Wiley didn't have nothing.
See, he don't want that rumor to be put out that he went there and they had nothing. So he said he been working. He worked full time. That's what he said. So
no, it's coming back.
That's what Wiley said. So, he works full time. He's been saving his money to move to Atlanta. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good deal or a bad deal for him. I think it may be a good deal if he's going to do something, because the opportunities are so much better for him there, I think. In the community and everything. I think it's so much better for him. Wiley did say he can't be bought, but I just don't trust. I don't know. Well, Wiley did say he can't be bought, but then again, we know Wiley. We know Wiley, and we know Wiley loves him a coin and a story. Okay, so if Wiley get a story, he gonna leak that story. You know what I'm saying? He knows. But Wiley, do not stop taking your meds, whatever you do. Now, I don't know why. I hope he's not stopping taking his meds, because that's not going to end well at all. He's doing good. I think he'll still have his following behind him, but he wants to keep, you want to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? But so what do y'all think? Who do y'all think is to blame in all this? There's so many different angles you could look at this. And the only one, you have to look at it by who has the most to gain. Who had the most to gain by that text getting leaked? Okay. And to me, Tasha K had the most to gain. If you're on the outside looking in, she had the most to gain, because she would have gotten, she could have potentially gotten Jason Lee to fall out with Armand, right? Then, of course, she knew she had Chelsea on board. Okay, so she would have pissed off Jason Lee at that point even more so, because they was already going at it, remember? And then she would have swept back around, and Wiley would have been there. So she'd have had Wiley up under her cufflink, because already Wiley and Armand would have been there. So she'd have had this whole little team up under her. She would have had the most to gain. Coach LP said Larry Reid should have kept his mouth closed. But he was trying to play peacemaker in between all of them, Coach LP. I see what you're saying. But he was trying to play, peacemaker. And he said he was trying to let Armand know how Tasha felt about him, that he was so talented. He was too talented for X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And that, and so he wanted to let him know that that's what she was thinking. So my thought is that, and there's a lot of betrayal going around. You know what I'm saying? Queen says that Larry Reid was being a fake peacemaker. You think so? What other opinions do y'all have? Who else do y'all think was at fault? 2 people say Larry Reid was at fault. Or I don't even know if you're saying at fault. You just said he was a fake peacemaker. That's what you said, Queen. And then Coach LP also said Larry should have kept his mouth closed. So, okay, so let's vote. Okay. Whoever thinks Larry Reid is at fault, press 1. Whoever thinks that Tasha K is at fault, press 2. Whoever thinks that Wiley is at fault, press 3. Oh, yes, M. Tate. And whoever thinks Armand is at fault, press 4. So number 1, okay, so Larry, Tasha, yep. So 2 is for Tasha, Esri and Fifi said. So 1 is for Larry at fault, 2 is for Tasha, 3 is for Wiley at fault, and 4 is for Armand at fault. 2 is for Tasha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Tasha at fault. 3 for, hey, Miss Cap, how you doing, baby? Tasha is supposed to be an example, but she's messier than the younger people. Child, I hear you. It's a lot all the way around. I'm telling you, yeah. So I think the majority rules, and so far the majority is saying that Tasha is at fault. Yeah, because you can see it all the way around. She's all wrapped up in it. I'm like, Lord. Tasha, yours by divine right said Tasha couldn't have used it if Larry didn't tell on her. Or wait, Tasha couldn't have used it. If Larry didn't tell her. Oh, if Larry didn't send it to her because she was trying to make peace treaty. Yeah, that's true. I hear what you're saying, babe. Mm-hmm. Hey, Muffy. It's crazy. I'm just like, it's a lot going on. So I'm interested now in to see what Larry Reid has to say to Wiley tonight. Because they're supposed to be going live tonight. And I'm interested to see what they have to say. Coach LP said Tasha was being Tasha. And if Larry is so close to her, he knows how she operates. Larry did not have to share anything with her. I hear you, Coach LP. Tasha know what she's doing. Exactly, material girl. Miss Kev said Tasha loves mess and attention. I might change my answer. Welcome all the chat. Yes. So I'm just like, it's a lot going on, y'all. It's really a lot going on. And I'm like, I'm just sitting back watching. I'm like, okay, watching the whole plot. Now, I think that her and Storm, I think it's repairable. Storm is not that vindictive type person. I think Storm was more so hurt than anything. Because Tasha went on her app, okay, because she has her own app. She went on her app and cussed him out and dragged him for filth on her app. Now, that's a coward move. Like I said, to have to run somewhere and drag somebody is a cowardly move. You know what I'm saying? Cowardly. So it is what it is. It's a cowardly move. You know? Hey, Jay Parrish. So to have to run off of social media to drag somebody is ridiculous. It's like, are you desperate? Like, she's too big up in the game to be running off to a side app to drag somebody. To me, that did not make her look good. Okay? In any way. And even if I don't like her, I'm still saying the same thing. Even if I liked her, I would have said it. It just don't make her look good. A material girl said, nah, she talked about his mama. We can't be friends after that. That she did. Everybody kept saying in the chat, why did you talk about his mama? Why did you talk about his mama? Child, I was like, oh. Why did you talk about his mama? But you got to look at what she was doing about that time. Remember, she was all in the beef sector. She was hoarding all in the beef sector. I mean, being noticed and you know, she went on Jay Wilson's platform. Remember, that was all back in December. That was right before the court date. Remember? She was talking big plans with other YouTubers and all this stuff and having kumbaya moments. And she just realized that life is too short. I think she was she was trying to get as many supporters because I think she was thinking she knew she was going to lose some supporters. Okay. She knew she was going to lose some supporters, but I think the whole point was her not like, her trying to salvage some of them by coming off in a different light is what I think. When I was younger, talking about folks' mama would get you beat up. Exactly. Oh, yeah. But nowadays, everybody talks about everybody's everything, so they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They talk about this, they talk about that. It is what it is. But the fact is, we know how Tasha is, and she's going to have a problem bringing anybody in. Like, she did not stand. She said she was going to flew Wiley out. She was going to take Wiley up under her wing. Now, my thing is, did she put that out? Remember when she put that out back in December? Why did she put that out in December? Why? Could it been because Wiley turned her down? I mean, not Wiley, but Armand had turned her down. Armand told her no. So was she trying to get back at Armand by saying that? She was trying to get back at Armand by leaking that post to Wiley, saying, Wiley, I'm going to have you flown out, Wiley. I'm going to do this for you, Wiley, to make Armand jealous. Think about it. What would be her benefit? From the cradle to the grave, Miss Kep, you know it. What would have been her benefit by doing that? I don't understand. Other than the fact that she knew, she wanted Wiley to dangle Wiley along. She wanted Wiley to do what he did, not use her name in posts. Okay, next to who? Next to Armand or next to anybody she don't like, next to Jason Lee. And so he has to, and we can say that Wiley said he can't be bought, but, and I don't think he can be bought. But the fact is, I think he has a level of respect and he's going to listen to her as far as that's concerned. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody that was telling me that they wanted to use one of my clips or something like that to expose, who was it? They wanted to use one of my clips to expose Mona. And I said, which Mona? I said, Mona Simone, yes. But Miss Mona, no. For what? It didn't make sense. Mona Simone's dead. You can use anything I have for Mona Simone. I don't have a problem with Miss Mona. I adore Miss Mona. Period. People are just digging and scrounging for content. The woman has already said what she's done. It's out there. I'm telling you, people will pick around a beetle, okay? Maybe they will go around to each beetle's leg and tell you what was wrong with the first leg. Oh, well, it's a little bit lopsided. Well, you can tell that he was injured. You can tell that this happened over here. Well, what about the second leg? Oh, the second leg was kind of broken before. You can see the fracture. It's like, just stop. Just stop, y'all. Just stop. It don't make no sense. Y'all, Goosey is going live at 11 o'clock. I am so happy. Woo, Goosey's going live, baby. Okay, so Larry Reid Confronts Wiley is on now, y'all. We done been on here for 56 minutes. I'm going to come back on late tonight, y'all, because we're going to have to chop this up. But Larry Reid is currently on Wiley's show. So we need to watch that and see what Larry Reid has to say with Wiley. And we will be back on to be much more relaxed live later on. But yeah, this is interesting. So I'm going to see what he's going to say. Mind y'all, Young Pharaoh has gone nuts. Young Pharaoh was on live screaming that he was going to get his kids. He said he was going to get his kids today. He was going on a plane. Does anybody know if he's still alive? We the people need to know if Young Pharaoh is still alive because he was on the rampage and he said he was going to go to that door. He was going to knock and he was going to get his kids. So I don't know if he recovered from that or what have you, but that's the latest. Okay, well, I will let y'all know, everybody. I will talk to y'all later and let's hit the streets and see what's going on. Peace, everybody. Peace.